Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
All right, so we mentioned Hue. We mentioned that it works with the Wemos, with the smart things, with if this, then that. And you know I'm a big fan of my Hue bulbs. Philips makes these. These are the original Hues, which have red, green, and blue LEDs in here and can make any color in the rainbow. They've got new bulbs that are white only. They're less expensive, about half as much. The Hue Lux. They also have another advantage. They're dimmable, which is great. And then they've added this little gadget, which I really love. This is a you use your smartphone or your tablet to control the hues, but that's kind of a pain if you want to turn the lights off to fire up your smartphone. Here's a switch, a four-way switch. Now, it doesn't even need batteries. You put this on your wall, or I actually keep it next to my armchair, and I can control my hues with one of 4 different programs right from the switch just by pressing the button. We took it home, and we gave it a try. Let's take a look. Well, I brought you to my kitchen to show you the latest from Hue. Just to recap, we've talked about these a lot before. These are the LED light bulbs from Philips that do something extraordinary. Instead of just being white light bulbs or yellow light bulbs, these are RGB light bulbs. There are 3 LEDs in each of them, red, green, and blue, that can be combined in any proportion to give you any color of the rainbow. Now, how do you control these? Well, these Hue lights connect to your Wi-Fi. Let me just turn this off. Using this base station. So you'll want to get, at least initially, the kit, which includes a base station and 3 bulbs for about 200 bucks. The base station is hardwired only, Ethernet to your network. You want to connect it directly to your router, and then connects via the Wi-Fi to these bulbs and via the internet to the outside world, so that you can control your bulbs from anywhere using if this, then that, and other solutions. I've generally controlled my bulbs with the software. There's iOS and Android apps for both tablet and smartphones that let you do things like take a picture that you connect to the Hue bulbs, pick different colors in the picture so you can have all different colors. This is a picture of the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival. I can actually attach each bulb to a different color of the cherry blossoms. So let's make this one red, just like the color of the cherry blossom. I'm actually picking this up with a color picker. This is the color of the branch, not exactly brown, but sort of. and you see, I mean, that's really cool. You can feel like you're at the seashore or in the middle of a volcano, whatever you like, using these RGB bulbs. But this is nothing new. We've seen these before. Here are the 2 new products from Hue. First, these are the Hue Lux Bulbs. These are half the price. Hue bulbs are $60 each. These are only $30 each. That's good news. Still more expensive than a kind of non-Wi-Fi connected light bulb, but you'd kind of expect that. Also a little bit brighter. These are the equivalent of about 60 watt bulbs. This is a 75 watt bulb, 750 lumens. Very bright, but one color only. It's dimmable. You can make it darker or brighter, but that's it. Okay, nice. It's probably something you'll want to use in areas where you don't want colored bulbs in conjunction with the colored Hue bulbs, and they all work with the same base station. You can get quite a few bulbs on a single base station. But this is even more interesting to me. This is called the Philips Hue Tap, and it's a switch for your Hue bulbs. You know, a lot of people complain it's just too much work to fire up your phone or your tablet and control these bulbs. So they've given us a simple switch that gives you 4 different positions. There's an off, and then 3 pre-programmed ons. It comes from the factory with a kind of a nice yellow evening light, middle of the day bright white light, and a very blue outdoor daylight. But you can reprogram those colors to be anything you want. And of course, the 4th button is off. This is nice because you can put it on your bedside table or on the wall, and anybody can use the Hues. They don't have to have access to your smartphone. They don't have to figure out how to hook it all up. So I like this feature. The negative on it, it's $80. So that's the con on all of this. The negative on all of this is it's pricey. $300 to get started, $60 for additional bulbs, $30 for the white bulbs, $80 for the tap. You can see it'll add up to a lot. The pros, it's completely flexible. There are apps to do all sorts of things with Hue. It'll work with the SmartThings base station. We've talked about the sponsor of SmartThings. It'll work with, there are apps that will have it synchronized to your music to pulse in time or change color to match the mood of the music. It works with if this and that. I love all of that. That's a definite pro for me, and frankly, I've got to put my money where my mouth is. I bought these, so I guess, at least for me, it's a definite buy. Pricey, but boy, I really like what you can do with Hue. So there's my look at the Philips Hue. I like the tap. I like the Lux bulbs, and of course I like the whole Hue concept, so a buy all around. Back to the studio. There it is, the new Hue stuff. I have to say, they've really, I think, done a great job of making an integrated system, and it's pretty clear Philips is committed to the Hue brand and is going to do a lot more. I just was told by the folks who do the ISS Above application, the application that lets you know on your smartphone when the space station is up above, that they're going to interoperate with the Hue lights, and your lights can glow blue or whatever you want when the space station is above you. This is where Netflix did a great hack that will change. Now, it's not available publicly, but I hope it will be at some point. That will change the Hue lights in your room to match the scene on the screen. So when Tom Cruise is on the boat and the sun is shining, everything looks sunny and bright. When he dives into the water and he goes underwater and it's cool blue, the lights change immediately, and the picture on your screen is extended. I think this is just a really neat ecosystem, and I love my Hue lights. And you've heard Renee Ritchie and I talk about them on Mac Break Weekly. We're kind of Hue fans. Renee's got something like 16 bulbs. I'm up now to 12. It's a definite buy.